$40,000. That's less than most people spend on a pickup truck. And in 2026, that same amount of money can put a real, permanent, steel-framed home shell with a car garage on your land. No mortgage the size of a ransom note. No 30-year sentence. But here is where it gets interesting, and where most people get completely blindsided. That $40,000 shell is only the beginning of the story, and what comes after it is the part nobody talks about on those dream home reels you've been scrolling through at midnight. I'm going to show you exactly what a $40,000 tiny Barndominium shell includes, what it does not include, what the real full cost looks like from ground to move-in, and whether this actually makes financial sense in 2026. No fluff, no fantasy numbers, just the honest truth that builders won't always tell you up front. If you've been researching Barndominium costs and feel more confused than when you started, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe and tap the notification bell, because we break down alternative housing with real numbers every single week. Now let's get into it. What does a $40,000 shell actually include? Let's start with the most important question, because the answer is going to reshape everything you think you know about this topic. A Barndominium shell, also called a dry-in or weather-tight shell, is the steel structure that makes your building look like a finished home from the outside while being completely empty on the inside. For a tiny Barndominium in the 800 to 1,200 square foot range with an attached single-car garage, a shell kit in 2026 runs roughly $20 to $35 per square foot for materials, plus $10 to $15 per square foot for professional assembly. That gets you to around $30 to $50 per square foot erected. On a 30 by 36 footprint, which gives you 1,080 square feet total combining living space and garage, your shell lands between $32,400 and $54,000. Hit the sweet spot in the middle of that range with the right supplier and a manageable site, and yes, you can absolutely land at $40,000 for the shell. Here is exactly what that shell includes. You get the pre-engineered steel frame, metal roof panels, metal siding on the exterior walls, ridge cap, base trim, gutters in some packages, a basic entry door, 1 or 2 windows depending on your package, and the overhead garage door opening framed out. Every component comes pre-drilled and labeled, designed to go together like a large-scale construction kit. And here is what it absolutely does not include, which is where budgets go sideways. No foundation, no concrete slab, no interior framing or walls, no insulation, no electrical, no plumbing, no HVAC, no drywall, no flooring, no kitchen, no bathroom, no interior doors, no fixtures, no appliances, no permits, no site preparation, no utility connections. The shell is the skeleton. Everything that makes it a home comes after. Think of it this way. Buying a shell is like buying the packaging without the product. It protects what goes inside, but it is not the destination. The real build starts after that shell goes up, and that is exactly what we are going to break down next. Stay with me, because in a few minutes I'm going to show you what one builder in Texas did to keep his total project cost under $130,000 on a tiny Barndominium with a garage, and the specific decisions he made that saved him over $40,000 compared to the average build. You do not want to miss that. The real size breakdown. For a tiny Barndominium with a car garage, these are the most practical footprints in 2026. The 24 by 36, which gives you 864 square feet total. A realistic split here is 600 square feet of living space with a 264 square foot single car garage bay. This is a true minimalist build, tight, but absolutely livable for one person or a couple with intentional design. The 30 by 36, which gives you 1,080 square feet total. This is the most popular choice in this category. A smart split is 720 to 800 square feet of living space with a 280 to 360 square foot single car garage. You get 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, an open living and kitchen area, and a proper place to park your vehicle. The 30 by 40, which gives you 1,200 square feet total. Split this as 840 square feet of living space and a 360 square foot 1.5 car garage, and you have room for a proper 2-bedroom, 1-bath layout with actual breathing room and storage. Shell costs for these sizes in 2026 break down as follows. The 24 by 36 shell runs $26,000 to $43,000 erected. The 30 by 36 shell runs $32,000 to $54,000 erected. The 30 by 40 shell runs $36,000 to $60,000 erected. The 30 by 36 is the size we're going to use as our real-world example throughout this video, because it represents the most achievable combination of livability, functionality, and cost control. One thing most first-time builders get wrong is building too small trying to save money. Here is the counterintuitive reality. The mechanical systems, meaning plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, cost nearly the same whether your building is 800 square feet or 1,400 square feet. Those fixed costs get spread across more square feet in a larger building, which actually lowers your cost per square foot. So going too small to save money can end up costing you more per square foot than sizing up slightly. I'm going to reveal something later in this video that most builders don't want you to know about the gap between that shell price and what you'll actually spend to move in. It's a number that has shocked more than a few first-time Barndominium buyers, and knowing it in advance might be the single most important thing you take from this video. Everything after the shell, the real cost breakdown. This is the section that changes everything. The shell is only 25 to 40% of your total finished cost. The interior is where the majority of your budget goes, and it is where almost all the variation lives. Let's walk through every line item for a 30 by 36 tiny Barndominium with a single-car garage in 2026. These are honest national average figures, with regional variations noted. Foundation and slab, a 4-inch concrete slab for the living area, and a reinforced 5-inch slab for the garage, runs $8,500 to $15,000, depending on soil conditions and region. Texas and Oklahoma run lower, the Pacific Northwest and Northeast run higher. Site preparation, including grading, clearing, and erosion control, adds another $3,000 to $8,000 and is often underestimated. Insulation. This is non-negotiable if you want energy efficiency. Spray foam insulation is the right call for a metal building. Budget $1.50 to $5.00 per square foot of surface area. For a 30 by 36, that runs $7,000 to $14,000. Do not skip this or cheap out here. Poor insulation means high energy bills, condensation issues, and a miserable living experience. Electrical. Plumbing and electrical are the two line items that stun first-time builders the most. In 2026, a full electrical system, including panel, wiring, outlets, switches, and fixtures for a small Barndominium, runs $10,000 to $20,000. Yes, even on an 800 square foot home. These costs are largely fixed regardless of size. Plumbing. Rough-in plumbing for one bathroom, a kitchen, and laundry hookups runs $7,000 to $15,000. If you're on rural land, add a well at $8,000 to $20,000 and a septic system at $5,000 to $12,000. HVAC. A properly sized mini-split system for a tiny Barndominium runs $4,000 to $8,000 installed. A heat pump system runs $6,000 to $12,000. This is one area where a smaller building genuinely saves you money compared to a larger one. Interior framing and drywall. Even though the steel frame holds the building up, you still need interior wood framing to create rooms, hang drywall, and install doors. Budget $8,000 to $15,000 for framing, drywall, and finishing on a 30 by 36. Flooring. Luxury vinyl plank flooring, which is the most popular choice for Barndominiums in 2026 because of its durability and moisture resistance, runs $4 to $8 per square foot installed. For 700 square feet of living space, that comes to $2,800 to $5,600. Kitchen and bathroom. A functional but not fancy kitchen, including base cabinets, countertop, sink, and appliances, runs $8,000 to $18,000. A single bathroom with shower, vanity, toilet, and tile runs $5,000 to $10,000. Permits and engineering. Don't skip this. Permit fees plus structural engineering for a small metal building run $2,000 to $5,000 depending on your county. Interior doors, trim, and paint. Budget $3,000 to $6,000. Add all of that up, and the picture becomes very clear. The shell at $40,000 is the starting line, not the finish line. The reality of a complete, move-in ready 30 by 36 tiny Barndominium with garage is a total investment between $120,000 and $185,000, depending on your location, finish level, and how much work you do yourself. But here is the thing. Even at $150,000 fully finished, you are looking at a cost per square foot of around $139 on the living space. Compare that to a traditional stick-built home in 2026 that averages $200 to $300 per square foot, and the savings are real, significant, and life-changing for a lot of families. Coming up, I'm going to show you the 5 specific decisions that can save you $30,000 to $45,000 on this exact build. One of them involves the garage, and almost nobody talks about it. The 5 decisions that control your budget. This is where we separate the people who come in on budget from the people who run $60,000 over. These 5 decisions are yours to make, and they directly control where on that $120,000 to $185,000 range you land. Decision 1. Do as much yourself as legally possible. Painting, flooring installation, cabinet installation, basic drywall finishing, landscaping, and finished trim work are all learnable skills. Doing these tasks yourself on a 30 by 36 build can realistically save $15,000 to $30,000. You cannot legally DIY electrical or plumbing in most states, but you can do a significant amount of everything else. Decision 2. Choose the right region. Labor costs vary wildly across the country. Oklahoma and Missouri have some of the lowest labor rates and the most experienced barndominium contractors in the nation. A comparable build that costs $160,000 in a coastal state might run $115,000 in the Midwest. Where you build is arguably as important as how you build. Decision 3. Keep the footprint a simple rectangle. Every notch, bump out, L-shape, or architectural addition adds cost. A clean 30 by 36 rectangle is the most cost-efficient shape possible. The garage integration should be part of that original rectangle, not an addition to it. Designing the garage as part of the main structure, rather than an add-on, is the specific move on the garage that saves builders $8,000 to $15,000 compared to adding it later or building it as a lean-to. Decision 4. Build one story. A 2-story barndominium requires more structural engineering, more complex framing, and a more expensive foundation system. A single-story build on a slab is the most cost-efficient way to build in this category. Decision 5. Use a kit rather than custom fabrication. Pre-engineered barndominium kits in 2026 come with labeled components, detailed assembly instructions, and often 3D models for installation guidance. Using a reputable kit supplier over going fully custom can save $10,000 to $20,000 on a small build because the engineering is already done and the materials are optimized. The builder in Texas I mentioned earlier applied every single one of these 5 decisions to his 30 by 40 build. He handled all the interior finish work himself alongside 2 family members on weekends. He sourced his kit from a supplier in his region to minimize freight costs. He kept the floor plan a clean rectangle with the garage integrated from the start. His all-in cost, including land improvements, well, and septic, was $128,000. His neighbors paid $190,000 for a smaller traditional home on the same street. What the garage adds and why it's worth it. Let's talk specifically about the garage component, because this is where tiny barndominium owners get enormous value. A single-car garage bay of 280 to 360 square feet, integrated into the barndominium shell, adds approximately $8,000 to $15,000 to the shell cost compared to a shell without a garage. That is an extraordinarily low cost for protected vehicle storage when you consider that a separate detached garage of the same size would cost $18,000 to $35,000 to build as a standalone structure. The shared wall between the living space and the garage means you're not paying for 2 separate structures, 2 separate foundations, or 2 separate roof lines. You're sharing all of those costs between both spaces under one roof. Beyond vehicle storage, that garage bay in a tiny barndominium serves multiple functions. It becomes additional workshop space, storage for tools and outdoor equipment, a mudroom buffer between the outdoors and your living space. And in colder climates, it provides a critical thermal break that reduces heating costs in the living area. The overhead garage door itself, a standard 9x8 steel panel door installed, runs $1,200 to $2,500 in 2026, depending on insulation level and style. An insulated overhead door is worth the extra investment in climates with temperature extremes. Here is the thing nobody tells you about the garage in a tiny barndominium. That space has the potential to pay for itself faster than any other square footage in the build, and I'll explain exactly why in our final section. Is this right for you? The honest verdict. Let's be completely straight with you, because that is what this channel is about. A tiny barndominium shell with a car garage for $40,000 is real. It is achievable. The finished home is also real, and it is genuinely less expensive than traditional construction in 2026 by a meaningful margin. A fully finished 30 by 36 barndominium with garage at $120,000 to $150,000 is a legitimate path to homeownership that a traditional build at the same quality level would price at $180,000 to $260,000. But you have to go in with both eyes open. The shell is 25 to 40% of your cost. The interior is where the money actually goes. The mechanical systems, plumbing, electrical, and HVAC will cost nearly the same on this small build as they would on a home twice the size, because they are largely fixed costs. Financing is harder than a traditional mortgage. Some lenders are unfamiliar with these structures and will require construction loans with 20 to 25% down or more. Rural land may require well and septic costs that add $13,000 to $32,000 to the project. But if you own rural land, if you are willing to do some of the finish work yourself, if you are in a builder-friendly state, and if you want serious cost savings over traditional construction while getting a durable, low-maintenance, permanent home with covered parking, this is one of the best value propositions in housing in 2026, about that garage paying for itself. If you use that space for any kind of home-based work, whether that's a side business, client storage, equipment maintenance, or even renting that garage space in suburban or semi-rural areas where enclosed storage is scarce, that 280 to 360 square feet can generate income that offsets a meaningful portion of your monthly ownership cost. Some tiny barndominium owners in high-demand rural areas report covering 20 to 30% of their total housing cost through rental of the garage or shop space alone. We are putting together a full series on tiny barndominiums in 2026, and the next video is going to cover something that will completely change how you think about this build type. We're going to walk through a real site, real permits, a real contractor conversation, and the actual line-by-line contract for a 30 by 40 tiny barndominium build currently underway. Real numbers, real paperwork, real timeline. That video goes up next week, and if you are not subscribed, you will miss it entirely. In the meantime, drop your biggest question about tiny barndominiums in the comments right now. I read every single one, and your question might become the topic of the next video. Hit that like button if this gave you information you couldn't find anywhere else, and I will see you in the next one.